Hi guys, this is my first YouTube video and my first time owning gerbils. This is Bella. We've had Bella nearly a year now, and Maggie is somewhere inside the house sleeping. She's a big sleeper, and Maggie is this whitish grayish gerbil. We've had her for 2 months, and of course Bella was her first gerbil. And the biggest mistake that I've ever made was just buy her by herself instead of buying her with a partner. You should never buy a gerbil by themselves. You should always buy two or more because they are used to living in packs. And what would end up happening is what happened to me, that Bella tended to be very aggressive and defensive. Every time I would try to stick my hand in there to pet her or change her food or her water bottle, she would just come aggressively and nibble me really hard. They don't tend to bite, but nibbling is their way to get a sense of your smell when they're trying to know who you are. And if you do tend to move your hand really fast at the time that they're nibbling you, or you get scared and drop them, they will know that this is going on and they will make it a habit because they will feel it will defend them from you. So do not make any subtle moves like that where you'll scare them and they'll know they scared you back, and they'll make it happen. So always buy them in packs. Another really important advice I would give you guys is do not make the mistake I've made. I don't know how many times it's gonna happen to me and I continue making it, is to buy them plastic accessories or plastic habitat. I mean, I kind of changed my habit of not buying them plastic, but this setup came with the plastic ladder and it came with the little plastic hutch, and it was my first tank, so I just bought that because I was very anxious to change their habitat. But of course, just like the critter habitats, they had plastic. They started eating it up crazily, and I mean, you could do stuff to prevent them from eating their cages. What I usually do is I buy them those little lugs you see there. That's to have them entertained and have something for them to chew on. But my gerbils, of course, they just go through the plastic before, because that's what they're used to. That's what they're used to. I've given them plastic since day one, I guess. Another thing that you could do is the paper towels or your toilet paper. Once they're done, you use the tube that is left behind, cardboard, and you can make some toys for them. I call them toys because they enjoy them, and it's another thing that they could use to nibble. I mean, they're really enjoying. You should. I'll give you guys another YouTube video later on how I make these toys for them. Another thing is, for some reason, my gerbils have the tendency, of course, because they like to make tunnels. This cage gives you the option, well, you don't have any other option other than to put their food up here, because it gives you this little plastic bowl, and since there's a little hole there, of course you just want to cover it up and put the food in there. But it was a mistake too, because of course the cage has openings and they like to dig around and they like to play with their food, and it's gonna end up all on the floor. So what I did was I bought them a little porcelain bowl, and I put it down here, and they have fun with it because they like to dig their food. They like to dig their food all the way in the end, or they like to spread some wood on top of their food to hide it. It's their way to make it a territorial area, I guess, to protect their food from I don't know who, because they share their own food and they don't have any problems. But it's a habit they have, and they actually have fun hiding their food. I think she's doing it right now. Oh no, she's just playing around. Oh, another thing is, you guys see the little white pieces of toilet paper or paper towel? They like that too. They have fun with that. Let me see if I could get Maggie out of their hutch and see if I could get them both visible. This is how I play with them. If I could actually get this out. There you go. What I do to play with them is I remove the top part of the cage. There she is. She's very anxious to play or see what's going on. She sees me with a camera in my hand. Come on, Bella. Maggie. Okay. This is what I usually do to play with them. I take this off because I don't want this hitting their head. Their food. Hey, she tried to nibble me right now. She thinks I'm trying to get her food away from her. Which I am, but eventually I'll put it back. What I like to do is, their food comes with sunflower seeds, and every time I change their food, I separate the sunflower seeds. Like that, they have something to look forward to whenever I want to go and visit them or play with them. So they know it's coming. Let's see if they want some now. I haven't touched them today yet. Here you go, Bella. Come here. You see how she gets it off my hand? Teaching them how to interact with me like that. It's a way to show them you're not gonna hurt them, and eventually they'll get more tamed and tamed by the time. I started doing this once I got Maggie because, like I told you guys, Bella was being very aggressive. She wouldn't let you touch her, and it's changed a little bit. I'm glad that I'm able to interact with them more, because why would I want a pet that I cannot interact with, right? So I do this until they get their share of treats. I call it treats because I don't let them eat it all the time now. It's just whenever I interact with them. Here you go, Bella. Here you go, baby. They're just adorable. She's looking for more. Come here, Mai. Good girl. Good girl. This is a good way to train them. Some people, I've seen awesome YouTube videos of how people train their gerbils and get them to jump around, but this is just enough for me, as long as I could just interact with them and touch them a little bit. There goes Bella. And just to point out, guys, in the beginning when I started doing this, they would be terrified of my hand. Maggie, since she was new, she tended to be more playful, and she would jump on my hand. But as soon as I tried to pick them up, she started getting scared again. So I had to start from the start, just feeding them before I could just grab them. And they still get active and very nervous when I lift them off the floor. But I am doing it more often though, because they do need to get used to it eventually. Bella is looking for food crazily. Bella, you looking for this? Come here. Good girl. There. Another thing to point out is, I've read a lot about gerbils, and I've read that they're not supposed to be a pet that you could just pet a lot, because it's not their being. But I think this all depends on your gerbil's personality. I don't believe it. So don't make this a reason why not to get a gerbil. I mean, they're amazing. They're different from hamsters. You just definitely have to give them a chance. When you go to the pet shop or breeder, or you adopt them, which is a very good way to get your gerbil adoption. I just didn't know where to get them. I just went anxiously to the pet shop. Here you go, Bella. I mean, Bangy. That's what happens when you have two gerbils and they're new. You forget their names. Hi, baby. Bella is definitely an eater. Bella, come here. There she goes. Another thing you could do with your gerbils to have fun with them, since their instinct is to dig around, you could play with them in their wood. Bedding. You see how she's trying to see what's going on. I just had the camera backwards so you guys didn't see what happened. Maggie just started sniffing me without nibbling me, which is a good thing. What I do to play with them is as soon as they start digging, I help them dig themselves in, and they enjoy this. Watch. They'll eventually come back. Let me turn the camera around so you have a better view. Here we go. They'll come in eventually. There she comes. Come on. Come on. There she goes. I don't think they're in the mood right now, but they like to dig themselves inside the mountain and then come back out, and then they will go through my fingers and play around. I guess they're being camera shy right now, and I'll show you in another video when I'm more accommodated of how to carry them, because I only have one hand right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want more videos. I would definitely do that, because that's my intention. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.